What's going on, nasty besties? How is everybody? Nice to see you all today on this fantastic Thursday. How are you all? Great to see you. Who's in the nest? Who do we have? We've got Jen Shah Hader with her bells on. Love it. NYJ1628. We got John Galt, Creepy Corner, Timu, BBJ, BB True, Marwa, Nee Manor, Tweety, Misty Dreamer, Capone Boxer, Delulu Pondu, Mags R, BB, Alien, Swamp Duck, Wheelie Mum, Too Tired, Angel of Glass, The Fiend's Gird. We got Fadnama with the snacks. Thank you very much. Tiny Ghost. Yes, come on in. Boaz B. Okay, we'll see you on the replay, Boaz B. Jack. All right, we got Jamie M. Jinx's Journey. Not your average old lady is in the nest. Yes, she is. Yes, she is. We've got Callie Cat. Yes. Who else? We have Alexis. Alexis, welcome to membership. Welcome. Nice to have you. Nice to have you. All right, we got Danielle Laura. We've got Sachi Bell. Who else? We have Angel of Glass. Yes. Too Tired, if I didn't already say. We got Monty B. Gonna be quiet because I'm working out. Good for you. All right. We got Tara Mama, Tiny Ghost, Linda Listen, Tammy M, Phyllis Elliott, Susie Q. Yeah. Ursula, how are you? Nice to see you. Danielle Laura, Cynthia P, working but still listening. I totally get that. I know there's a lot of people listening that can't chat. No worries. I know you're there. No big deal. Omi, we got Gas Station Sushi. YouTube had the nerve to unsub you. Yes, please make sure you're still subscribed. They're still doing that to my channel. I don't know if they're doing it to others as well, but yeah, it's really something. I'm like, huh. And then people will tell me, like, oh, I didn't get a notification. Oh, it's because, I'm no longer subscribed somehow. So that's awesome. Maybe they'll figure it out at some point. We got Kimber. We got Ashley Eaton in the nest. Susan69. How are you? Nice to see you. We got Camby. Madonna Knowles. Madonna Knowles is here. Yeah. We got Annie. Hello. Dream Maven. Quiet Afternoon. Awesome. You brought decorations, Angel of Glass. I love the feathers. Thank you for bringing those. We'll arrange them all around. It'll be extra fluffy and cozy in the nest. I love it. We got Poison Petty 4. Maybe we should be doing squats during this. Why is that? Oh, Fiona's lurking. Fiona's mom is lurking. Kato Couch Potato. Yeah. All right. The thumb has been pecked. I appreciate that. Yeah. If you think you're going to like the stream, go ahead and peck the like button, the thumbs up. And if you want to wait till later, that's fine too. But please remember to do it, please. It does help me out a little bit. All right, Panda Pondu. All right, I think we got everybody. If I missed you, I'm so sorry. It's not intentional whatsoever. Okay, so Chantal did upload a video last night. And, of course we're going to comment on it because she's talking about hijab. And it was largely a clickbait video. All she needed to do is put a question mark after the title, taking off my hijab, question mark. And everyone wouldn't have been accusing her of clickbait. But I think she knows that. She knows enough now. Oh, Poison Petty 4. Yeah, I know. It's good. It's motivating when someone says they're working out. It's like, yeah, I could be too. All right. Hey, I'm going to be setting up an under the desk treadmill. I don't know. I don't think I'll be able to stream while walking, but you never know. I could try it. Tree Streets. I hate to admit it, but I actually like her cream sweater. Nothing wrong with that. Looks like a new sweater. Nothing wrong with that. Hey, Lucy Jane 12. Yeah. All right. So She says she's no longer wearing hijab. It turns out to be clickbait. It's more about addressing the questions whether or not she will be. She says, you know, spoiler, she says she will be. Okay. And I'm just going to say it just straight out because I've been watching a couple of chats today where people are really debating what hijab actually is. And she is wearing hijab. And there's a period at the end of the title to this video because, period, she is wearing hijab. This is hijab. And regardless of whether you think it is or not, it's not up to you and it's not up to me. That is between her and God. That's it. What I wear is between me and God. If I had a Muslim woman come up to me and criticize whether I was wearing hijab or not, I would check her. I would check her immediately. It's none of your business. That's between me and my creator. Just like your sins or whatever you're doing that isn't quite what what should be the right way is between you and your creator. So, yeah, as long as she's covered. And it's a different definition for everybody. Everybody. You know, I saw some people saying like, oh, her feet have to be covered, her hands have to be covered. It's like, what? And then I see people who I don't think are Muslim, you know, correcting Muslims in a chat room about what hijab is. And it's like, okay, let's just take a step back, okay? Let's take a step back, folks. It really doesn't matter. Find something else to criticize her about. This ain't it. This is not it. It's not a head covering, Panda Pandu. It's not. No, a baseball cap is not hijab. So I posted, I also did a slideshow yesterday of different types of hijab. Hijab is not just covering the hair. It's a whole manner of dress and behavior. Behavior is included in that. So just because she's got a hat on her head doesn't make it hijab. Some women don't cover their necks, and that's hijab for them. Some women require for them that they wear an entire scarf that comes down over their bosom, and anything less than that they feel is not hijab. So regardless of how we wear it as Muslim women, it's not up for us to critique each other, and it's certainly not up to people who don't understand the concept of hijab to start critiquing Muslims. It's just not. So, hey Barbie C, how's it going? All right, so let's hear what she's got to say. She does address some healthcare issues, some wait times and such in Canada. Well, you know that if you watched, excuse me, sorry. If you watched Sansa Cooks earlier, I think it was today. Let me just put a quick link in the chat. If you haven't seen Sansa Cooks, you'll definitely want to check her out. She does go into the current wait times in Canada, like a whole timeline of what she would need to seek care. And as usual, Chantal just inflates it and completely inflates it. So, you know, we never get the true story with Chantal. So let's see what she has to say.
Video. I know what you're thinking. I'm back in Canada. I know a lot of you expected me to just take off my hijab, me to go live a lot. I know, okay. So I have a lot of things to take care of and do, and I just find that the videos are more safe for me right now because honestly, you know, it's just realistically, unfortunately, some people ruin the fun for everyone, right? It's not safe for me to go live right now. I get stalked, I get followed around, and it's just not cool. So, you know, I'm trying to safeguard my privacy. These were in my car. Remember these? I'm trying to safeguard my privacy right now. So, yeah. When I'm settled into my own apartment or house, I'm not sure what I'm going to be renting. I will film, like in the kitchen, my bedroom, stuff like that. I just won't show the outside of my location or anything like that. I'll be very careful. I'm being very careful this trip. There are literally, like, psychotic people who...
I have to say, she's right. She's right. You know, I don't defend Chantal. She's a terrible person. Hello, Marwa. Nice to see you, as always. She's a terrible person. There's not a lot to defend here. But there are times when she's telling the truth, and there's times when she's clearly lying. She does have safety issues. there are people who are looking for her. I don't know if you are aware of that. She's not conflating this. She's not. Oops.
Or on my tail, and it's just, I'm trying to be more responsible for my own security and just my own privacy more than anything, you know. So, this is a sweater from Pennington's. We will Pennington's bees. But this is from Pennington's, and it's a 4X. So again, it just depends how it's made, where it's from, etc., etc. You know, I wear anything. The only place I really wear 3X is from Maurice's. They're made big. So if you want your clothes made big, I would go there. I wear between a 3X and a 5X, depends. So anyways, I have a busy day. I'm going to go get my car serviced. Look, I'm not getting rid of this car. Like I said, it's paid off and I don't have to worry about car payment. So that's awesome for that. This is the first time I haven't had a car payment. Like,
it's a lot of blah, 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 blah. So, so let's see. What did I want to address? My mute button was stuck. It took me a minute to get it off. It's one or the other, you know. The sizes in clothing. I mean, we all know that. You know. But I mean, a 3X, I don't know. Like, if you wear a 3X, are you a little put off by what she's saying that she wears a 3X? Okay. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know if the different stores, the plus size stores, if they, everyone has vanity sizing. Like, Old Navy, if you look at the type of fit, if it's a relaxed fit, size down, because it'll be huge on you unless you like that oversized look. I shop at Old Navy a lot, to the point where I don't even need to go in the store. I know how things are going to fit. So, she's saying anywhere between a 3X and a 5X. Well, if she wanted to wear an abaya ever again, that would be a 6X, according to international standards for abaya sizing.
we have the SUV in Kuwait, and despite what a lot of people think, that's Salah's car. He's paid his own bills before me. He will continue to pay his own bills without me, okay? People say, I'm broke. Well, then how can I afford to pay for 2 households and 2 vehicle payments? And all these debts I'm paying back.
How can you?
I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. People are so willing to contradict themselves to fit their narrative, but it's just... Anyway. So,
Well, that's one thing that she doesn't understand, that this isn't logical. It's not logical. Clearly. She doesn't grasp that yet, that people want to find anything that they can to say about her, and it doesn't matter if it makes sense or not. It doesn't matter. So she can't try to make sense of it. It won't. And, the things that people come up with, it's probably not even that. It's probably something else altogether that she hasn't told us, that we haven't figured out yet. It could be like a 4th or 5th thing,
Yeah, I'm just going to get this car cleaned up, detailed, serviced, and we're good to go. The Kia will be brand new. But, just other than normal wear and tear, it's fine. I'm definitely not going to get another car payment right now. So, anyways,
I don't know why she keeps talking about the car either. I mean, I think that's smart to do. That's what I always do. I pay off my cars and I run them until the repairs outweigh the cost of like a new car payment, because it just doesn't make sense. Like, why add on a monthly payment that you don't need, at least for a little while, She just confused me what 2 cars she's talking about. I think she's talking about the, what's it called? the Sherry, the Sherry in Kuwait, and the Kia, I guess. I think those are the 2 cars. Yeah. Poison Petty4 says, plus size stores run big, so a plus size 3X is 1 to 2 sizes bigger than a regular 3X. Oh, wow, okay. Because I know I've seen like extra large and 1X, and those are different. When you're plus size, it's easy to forget that if you're used to shopping at specialty stores. Wow, okay, all right. Interesting. Huh, okay.
Yeah, I guess that's it. I wanted to talk about the hijab. Like I said, I know people are expecting me to go back to myself. I mean, I can still be myself and wear a hijab. This is my religion. this is also, it's just, I'm going to stay covered. Like, I know people think that I'm going to come back to Canada and completely take off my hijab. People are expecting it. And
you know what? If she does, that's her business. That is her business. No one can call anyone a fake Muslim. It does not matter. I know you don't want to hear that. I get it. But I see so much misinformation being put out by channels who think they know what they're talking about, and the chat too. Just like, please, if you see something that is so drastically incorrect, that you know it's incorrect, you know I've said something completely different, or you've heard another Muslim say something completely different, please correct them if you feel that you can. Because it's like, it's out of control. You know, it's like it's ramping back up again. Like, she's a fake Muslim. You know, we're just waiting for her to eat pork and take off her head covering. It's like, so what? What if she does? Sir Austin, welcome. I'm so glad you're a member. Welcome. Yeah. Woohoo! Sir Austin, I'm so glad. Welcome. Be sure to check out the membership tab. You got a couple videos already. Everyone got early access to the video that was released today at 1 o'clock Eastern. Everyone was able to see it last night who signed up. So you're going to get early access. And if you are a Nesty Bestie, so there's 2 levels of membership. And you'll get members-only videos. We can try to do members-only live streams if you would like. I even found that they're widely attended. But if you'd like to try them, we can. We can, for sure. Will she stay with her family until she gets her check in January? That's when she'll have enough money for first and last month's rent. She said she already has it. She said that yesterday. I don't know if that's true or not. Hey, Fran. Fran, you're going to be wrapping gifts? Okay. All right. Sounds good. Her income is the biggest anomaly to me, Alexis. She has to be supplementing it somewhere else that she doesn't want to talk about, you know? Oh, Juliana, I spent so much time answering questions in random comment sections the other day. Made sure to tell people where I first learned from. Thank you, Juliana. Yeah, it's just, you know, I get it. Like, she's fake. And she always has lied about literally everything. I mean, she's saying, you know, her blood sugar's 400, and then her grocery cart is just ridiculous. It's like, you know, she angers a lot of people. Oh. No one ever wants you at work until someone goes live. Tragically delicious. That's okay. You can always catch the replay. That's fine. She has no credit, though, says Sachi Bell, so it'll be interesting to see where she finds a place or who she'll find a place with. The groceries are coming after this car. I think it's on this one, after the car bees. Yeah, I think so.
It's kind of, you know, disheartening to see people think that I'm just taking religion as a joke. I'm not a perfect Muslim. Nobody is perfect. I'm still pretty new. I mean, it hasn't even been a full year. And I just, you know, I'm not perfect. No, not all the time. But I mean, this is a hijab, okay? I wear this because I have to cover. So for those of you, even though I've said it many times, there seems to be a lot of people who don't know. I have to cover everything except for my hands, sometimes my feet. You know, when I pray, I cover my feet and my face. So I have to cover my neck always, and the chin. Yes, my double chin even. Okay, so yes, I have to cover everything. Now, when I'm in the house, I never cover anything. When I'm alone with my husband, I don't wear hijab. But just because I'm in Canada, I'm not going to stop being who I am. And who I am, you know, I've seen this comment a lot by people. And I'm not getting down on you. I don't mind. I expect this kind of reaction from people. You know, I know people are finding it, they're in disbelief that I'm Muslim still, you know. And I never thought I would ever be in this position. I would never be who I am today. But
Me neither, to be honest. Like, I was shocked when I discovered, like, oh my God, I think I am. I believe all of this. I don't remember who was asking. If you need to look at the 2 different levels for membership, if you just click on the join button on the channel, and there's a link in the description also right up at the top, it'll show you the 2 levels. There's 2 levels available. One that's should be affordable, hopefully, to everybody if you do want to join, but you don't necessarily need all the perks, or if you can't do it right now, that's fine. And there's one that offers a little bit more. So, and if you're not able to, please don't worry about it, because, you know, it's a tough time for everybody. The holidays are upon us, so don't worry about it, you know. You follow a Muslim author, Alexis. She says you don't have to cover the chin area. That's correct. Yeah, she doesn't have to cover the chin, you know. She doesn't, but... So, you know, she does, which is fine, but it's not a religious requirement, so...
Like truly who I am. And, you know, if it wasn't, yeah, it would be just, I would take it off easily, but I'm not ever going to take it off. Even if I'm never with Salah again, that's not going to happen, inshallah. But let's say we weren't together anymore. Me being Muslim isn't just have anything to do with him, you know? It's me too. So this is a decision I'm making. It's not, no one's forcing me to do it. It's a decision I've made all on my own. And while I'm in Canada and anywhere else in the world, when you see me in the public eye on camera, I'm going to be wearing a hijab. So those are the parts of my aura. It's called aura. I'm always going to cover. You're only going to see my face. You're only going to see my hands. You're only going to see my, that's pretty much it.
Well, you know, I used to wear sandals in public. Feet are not an issue to me, but everyone does have a slightly different belief and interpretation. So, you know, if she came at me for wearing sandals, you know, that's why we don't nitpick like this and go into, well, that's not hijab, that's not this, you're not doing that. It's just, you know, there's no need for it. It doesn't affect us. What she does, what she eats, what she wears has literally no effect on any of us at all. So there's no religious police that you can call. I know, sadly. I know. Some of you have tried calling the government in Kuwait and alerting them to a bad Muslim. I mean, they don't care. There's plenty of bad Muslims in the world. Oh my God.
Well, that's pretty much it. There are a lot of things, yes, I do that. Technically...
Exactly, Marwa. No one cares. Exactly. Hey, Lindsay.
You know, a lot of people will argue against Islam wearing lipstick, stuff like that. To each their own. I'm not, you know, people shouldn't judge other people, especially non-Muslims. I have non-Muslim people who show their hair, who are trying to tell me what is an appropriate hijab. You can even look this up. Many, many, many Muslims actually wear the hoodies. As long as you're covering your aura, as long as you're covering, that's technically a hijab. I don't always have to wear a veil for it to be a cover, you know? I don't know. It's just like, I mean, it's fine. You can go on hotehijab.com, Haute, and check for yourself.
And this is where she sinks herself. This is exactly where she sinks herself. If you are going to cite... All right, hijab is a Muslim thing. If you're going to cite what is proper hijab, all right, I wouldn't even go there, Chantal, but you seem to want to. Probably she wants the controversy. I wouldn't be quoting a hijab store that sells scarves. That's not who I would be quoting. They're selling scarves, okay? They'll tell anybody you can wear hijab. But they don't tell you that you will be treated as though you're a Muslim, good or bad. So aura is correct, but it's not really spelled. Well, there is no English spelling for it, but aura is correct. It's like, you could say it like AWRAH, like aura. Yeah, and that's correct. Yeah, it is right.
It's perfectly fine. So even in the Quran, it doesn't say you must wear a chiffon hijab to be appropriate. It just says cover yourself, like
a chiffon hijab. Can't with that. A chiffon hijab. Please.
In the most general, vague sense possible. Mm-hmm. I need the AC on. It's 33 Fahrenheit. And I have the AC on, so Allah was like, you need a winter jacket. Let's go. Because they have a North Face at the mall. And I'm like, I don't want a winter jacket. Like, I am not going to wear it. I've had winter jackets. I might get a shacket. But, I mean, I don't I don't need one. I'm hot right now. I have my undershirt. I have this. I'm covered on my head. So,
yeah, Willy Mum, there are plenty of resources across the world, and even then, it's going to depend on Medheb. And I think I have a link in the description about Medheb if you're interested in learning more about that. But it's different ways of practicing across the world, slightly different. And, but if I were Chantal, I wouldn't go there. I wouldn't go. She does not want to engage in a religious debate, and she would be inviting that. No one here, including myself, is qualified to engage in a religious debate. I live and let live. I do what I feel is right for me, and that's really where it ends. Lucy Jane 12 asked if I ever get flack for not wearing hijab most of the time. Well, I mean, it's you surround yourself with the people who you're comfortable with and who you can relate to, right? So if I were surrounded by ultra-conservative Muslim women, they would probably say something to me. They would say something. The people who surround me tend to be more like me, whether they wear hijab or not. You know, we're a little more open-minded, live and let live. Like no one needs to correct anybody in public about what they're doing or not doing, and it's just not necessary. So, no. So I wouldn't say that people wouldn't get flack for it if they're not wearing hijab and they are Muslim. People certainly do, but I'm just not around those kinds of people, thankfully.
No, I didn't even wear my scarf today. So, yeah, I'm just busy visiting. I'm going to be visiting people and taking care of appointments and everything like that. I have a lot of appointments to do. And I'm running into a wall because the wait time, I called around, for most family doctors is like 2 to 3 years. I mean, that's where the healthcare system is failing. Right now, let's say at the Montfort Hospital, okay? Right now, I saw on the news, the wait time at the emergency is 20 hours. So...
And Sansa Cooks has already debunked this. If you check out her video from today, she checked the wait time for that particular place. It's like 8.5 hours. I mean, we know she's not good with numbers, but she exaggerates. She highly exaggerates. It's kind of ridiculous. You love that from me, Marwa? Thank you. Well, you know, I don't have a lot of Muslims around me, though. That's the thing. In Egypt, I would absolutely have an auntie come up to me and tug on my hair, you know? So it depends where you are, too. Someone I wouldn't even know that would come up to me on the street and tug my hair and say, cover this, you immoral woman.
Look, it's just, I don't know how long it's going to take me, and that's why I'm here indefinitely for now, because I don't know when I'm going to be able to get the healthcare that I need. And, you know, there's long wait lists, and I have a lot to take care of, so I'm just going to need to be here for a while. And, yeah, so it doesn't mean I'm not going to ever see Salah. We can visit each other. But right now... And
how are you going to visit each other? How are you going to do that? Because you said you weren't going to travel forever and ever and ever because you're just so tired with that journey. So is he coming to visit you? Is that possible?
You know, the pets are keeping him company, and I could have easily brought her with me. Well, not very easily. I really am I feel so bad doing that, knowing that they're like going to be on the plane for so long and stressed out. I don't know. It's really stressful. But also... he wants them to be there. Like, the pets love him too. And Julia's close to him as well. And, you know, he's taking good care of them, and they're there to keep him company, make him less lonely. He loves the pets. So...
Let me ask if there's any Canadians in the chat. Do you have private health care there where you could just pay out of pocket to see a physician much sooner? Is that an option for you there? Or do you have to wait no matter what?
He's someone who never was raised with a cat, and I said... you're gonna love the cats pretty soon. Sure enough. Anyway, yeah, I guess that's it. I better get going. I have a lot to do today. Oh my gosh, I have an appointment soon for the car, and hate waiting. Patience, my friend. So that's why I'm dressed like this. You know, I'm not wearing a hijab or abaya. I didn't bring any of my abayas because people don't really wear them here, and I just want it to be more casual here. Access to like bigger casual clothes in the winter here is probably makes me more comfortable. And also...
And I do dress differently in the States than I did in Egypt. I do dress differently. And I wasn't even Muslim when I was there. So you do have private health care that you can just like pay out of pocket, right? Okay. So where is her bragging rights now when she was in Kuwait saying, we prefer private health care? You know, with the public system, you have to wait a long time. No, you weren't eligible for it, period. Because you weren't an expat, you weren't a resident, and never will be. You were never eligible for public health care in Kuwait, period. You were on a tourist visa, you're a tourist. You pay for your own stuff, and you didn't get insurance before you left. So that's out of pocket. Out of pocket. I mean, she does all of this to herself, but she was sitting there like, well, we really do prefer private. Well, what about now, Chantal? What about now? You got to wait 2 to 3 years to get a doctor? Why don't you prefer private now? Why is that not an option here in Canada?
With the toque, it's a winter, so wearing a toque on top of like a chiffon, I don't know if I really like that look as much. So I'm just wearing an undercap. It's a hijab that goes to here, covers everything. And it covers my neck and my chins. If you want to say chins, whatever, I don't care. And I don't have to worry about it, you know. And then I have my hat on top of that because it's nice and warm. And I'm warm. I'm perfectly fine. I'm perfectly comfortable this way. You know, I have no complaints. So, but as for taking off the hijab, no, I don't.
The hijab, the chiffon hijab.
I don't know why people would think that. People have so many theories about me and how I feel, and you're so wrong. You're wrong about every single thing. You're wrong about me being a fake Muslim. You're wrong about me and no, I'm not a perfect Muslim, but it doesn't mean I'm fake and I don't believe in God and Allah, okay? And you're so wrong about me wanting to eat pork. I'm never going to eat pork again. I haven't. Now I will be on.
I don't even give my dogs pork. I check the labels on everything. They've never had pork in their lives, ever.
That sometimes I eat non-halal meat while I'm here because it's harder to access unless you go to a specific restaurant. You can buy it in the grocery store too, but sometimes I go out and not everything is halal, and it's just, you know, I'll eat halal where I can, but the main thing is I'm not going to eat pork, and I'm not going to drink, and I'm also not going to smoke weed or take edibles. I thought when I came here I would be craving it so bad.
Okay, Chantal, you know, that's, for me, I wouldn't be making such sweeping declarations about anything because that's what people hold her to. You know, you said you weren't going to do this. You said you weren't going to do that. Why don't you just keep that private? Keep your religious stuff to yourself. Keep it on the inside. On the inside. No one even has to know that you're Muslim, okay? I mean, a lot of people don't know that I am. A lot. It's not worth it to put yourself out there like that with the discrimination, and it's not worth it. So most people don't know that I am. I tell people that I have a strong faith in God, and I leave it at that. So she doesn't need to be on here making sweeping declarations, because as soon as she takes off the hijab, you know, these old videos are going to be quoted. You said you would never. It's like, okay, yeah. And then I'll have to respond again that it's her choice. It is her choice to do that or not. Yeah, she'll just say she changed her mind. And she has the right to do that. But it's just like she lies about so much and misleads people about so much that making these like statements, it's just setting herself up, you know? Just say, you know, I don't know what the future holds for me because I just got back last week and I have to readjust. So things might look a little bit different. When I first got back from Egypt, I was still pretty much wearing the same clothes that I wore in Egypt. But as I got more comfortable being back in the States, I reverted back to my old wardrobe, just more covered, really. So, yeah. Exactly, KJ Yana. I mean, I don't wear it most of the time. I'm not any less Muslim than anybody, you know? If I was on camera, you would be like, are you serious? You're not Muslim. You're a fake Muslim. Okay. Think what you want. my religiosity and my relationship with God is just that. It's between me and God. So comment all you want about her, about me. It doesn't matter. It doesn't.
And there's dispensaries I was driving by. And I really just, you know what I like? I like the feeling of a clear head. I was thinking of how I felt when I was like high. And how, I think it's worse for my depression. I really do. And I have a bit of a trauma from all those wheelchairs. I swear, I don't think I would enjoy it the same way. I want to turn a new leaf. I want to be different here. I don't want to go back to my old habits. I don't miss those. I never missed them. So when people say, you look so much happier, I'm happy to be able to see my family and take care of things, but I'm actually really sad because I miss my pets and Salah. And I don't miss any of the bad habits I used to have. I don't miss them at all.
Right, Santiago. Santiago says, I did the same thing after being in Japan for a month. Some practices I kept post-trip, some I left in Japan. Yeah, and sometimes you find better ways of doing things in the new place where you lived, and you come back and you bring it with you. I definitely changed as a person living in Egypt. I'm a better person for having lived there, I believe. Yeah, but not everything changes and not all at once. It's an evolution. It can be, Yeah. And why is she buying so many Western clothes now? I mean, we saw how many abayas she was wearing. She was like rotating the same 3 abayas because that's all she had that would fit her. That's all she had. So, because they didn't have like 6X in Kuwait at the mall. So now she's back. She has Maurice's, she's got Pennington's, she's got all these plus size shops or the ability to purchase online. It's easier to get to her. So she must have really, really missed wearing clothing. Because she said herself she didn't have to wear the abaya. She did because it's the only thing left that would fit her. Oh.
So that's false as well. Anyways, there's my sermon for today. Yeah, but other than that, hijab is staying on and I'm moving on. So like I said, my goal is just to keep, once I have more updates about health appointments and things, I want to share my health journey, and that stuff. And yeah, just share my journey of, moving out on my own. But, eventually the goal is to live together again, but I have to take care of my things here right now, so, but anyway, we'll see what the future holds. I'm taking it day by day. I'm just literally taking it day by day right now. Just trying to, stay positive, not feel too lonely, and just keep myself very busy, which I am. So anyway, I'm going to do a tour of different places, like in Ottawa.
For some reason, her audio totally changes up out of nowhere.
My hometown, stuff like that. So I will definitely have a video up for you guys. I want to do a tour of the mall in Cornwall to show you guys. And it's not far between Ottawa and Cornwall, so I can go on. I love driving, so we'll just do some videos like that here and there. So I'll see you guys later. I'll let you know how much my car was and what was wrong with it. And then I'll probably end the video. So thank you guys for watching, and yeah, see you in the next clip. So my car is fine. The only thing I need done is some brakes, rotors, and pads. And after labor and everything, it's going to be quite costly. It's going to be like $1,500, but I'll have good brakes for a little while. So that's good. So I'm getting that fixed right now. And in the meantime, I'm enjoying some complimentary coffee and some Dad's oatmeal chocolate chip cookie.
Oh, just what she needs. That's exactly what she needs. A couple of oatmeal chocolate chip cookies.
Okay, you guys.
Okay, here's the grocery haul.
And look at the things I found. I got some pasta sauce for cheese. And I got some Lunchmates, the turkey and cheese ones with a little...
I mean, what are we doing, Chantal? What are we doing? I can't wait for Sansa's video on this. What are we doing here? What exactly is going on here? Can you explain? Explain. Don't just show. Explain. Marwa, that is my biggest hope. Kat. That is my biggest hope as well for her returning to Canada, is that she ditches that lipstick, okay? You have Sephora, you have Ulta, you've got everything around you. You don't have to do that. You don't have to just switch up the lipstick. It's not a good look. It's just not. It's not. At least go with like a blue tinged red, right? So, yeah, we have Lunchables because she's a child. I mean, I like them too. I do. But I get the, what are they called?
Don't. No. Just trying to.
I forget what they're called, but they're not like the Oscar Mayer ones. They're better. Here we go.
It's going to be quite costly. It's going to be like $1,500, but I'll have good breaks for a little while. So that's good. So I'm getting that fixed right now. And in the meantime, I'm enjoying some complimentary coffee and some Dad's oatmeal chocolate chip cookie.
She's proud. This is, why are you proud telling us about, you made a decision to put that on camera and to show us. Like, is she baiting people? All right. So, we have pasta sauce. We have eggs. I don't like these eggs, okay? We've talked about eggs here before a long time ago. If you're a day one, you probably remember the egg conversation, okay? I'm slightly passionate about the egg conversation, but, I don't push it on anybody. I'm just saying, if you can afford it, get better quality eggs, organic and free range, if you can. I know eggs are ridiculously expensive. And if you use 2 dozen a week, yeah, and you're feeding a bunch of kids and, hey, I get it. I buy a dozen eggs maybe once every other week or so. So I don't mind spending a little more if the chickens are going to be happier, So I'm disappointed to see the eggs. I'm disappointed. We have 1 head of shrink-wrapped broccoli. Okay, that's interesting. All right. We have Lunchables. We have bread. Mushrooms. Okay, mushrooms are fine. We got alphagetti over in the corner there, like over on the side. That's a box of stovetop stuffing on top of that. Hello, what are we doing? Sodium and carbohydrates. What is going on here, Chantal? We've got a block of medium cheddar over on the right side. 2 cans of alphagetti. Okay. And hamburger helper in the lower right corner. What are we doing? Oh, my guy is in the way. What are we doing here? What's going on here, Chantal? Are you trying to provoke people? Is that what's happening?
Okay, you guys, I'm grocery shopping, and look at the things I found. I got some pasta sauce for cheese, and I got some Lunchmates, the turkey and cheese ones with a little Kit Kat. And I also got some stovetop. We don't have this in Kuwait. These are basically things I've been missing. We don't have in Kuwait. Alphagetti. Alphagetti is one of my favorite things ever. And also, look at all these things. Flakes of turkey. It's so good for sandwiches. I have some hamburger helper. I'm so excited for this. I've been really craving it. I can't believe it. And here we have some beef ravioli. I checked the ingredients. There's no pork, so we're good to go. So I got a few cans of that.
Right, baby, true. Look at these amazing finds. You don't believe what I found here at a grocery store in the West. A Crystal Cat is officially provoked. Okay, you're disappointed to see everything she got. She went from being obsessed with halal foods to being told to eat healthier, and this is her response. Consider me provoked. Yeah. What is this? It's like she truly doesn't have a clue on how to eat, I don't think. I don't think she knows, like, at all.
So you know how I love it. And a big block of cheese, some soup, and some other things. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!
Okay. Bye-bye, Chantal. Bye-bye. I'm going to put up, while I'm chatting with you guys and things, I'm going to put up it's a slideshow. We watched some of it yesterday, but if you weren't here yesterday, it might be worth taking a peek at. These are some examples of hijab and all the different ways it can be worn. So this blue dress is just a very modest dress. It wouldn't necessarily be considered a hijab, but all of the other ones are. They are. She knows how to eat and chooses not to, Alexis. You think so? I don't know, because she didn't grow up knowing how to eat healthy, right? Like, we know she didn't teach herself how to. I don't know. Why is the broccoli not in a plastic bag, ATL Scorpio? Yeah, that shrink-wrapped broccoli is interesting. I don't know. She should know she's been on a so-called health journey since her channel started, says Thumb. That's true. That is true. She asks for all the controversy with her diet. She needs to just stop this on camera, Creepy Corner says. Yeah, I think, it gets her views. People get outraged. People want to go watch and see what's going on. Yep. Yep. She has seen a nutritionist, Tragically Delicious, in the past. Each cycle, she spouts what she should be doing, tries for a few hours, then stops, rinse and repeat. Right, Jen, definitely. Oh, yeah, the fasting thing has happened several times. Maybe she doesn't have a place to cook, says Marwa. Could be. Then why the broccoli? Oh, she could be eating it raw. I doubt it. Even in Kuwait, she showed us with her hands the doctor recommended portion sizes. Yeah. I think she needs very, very specific instruction. She still thinks she can eat stuffing and rice. It's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? It's the cycle, right, Lindsay? Yep. Yep. Yeah, I know. I thought she was near death's door in Kuwait. Where's the morning glucose reading? Right, Susie Q. I'd love to see the readings now. Where are the fish and vegetables? This is why she is labeled as a liar. See, I don't see this as lying. I just see this as willful ignorance and rebellion, which is just ridiculous for someone her age. It really is. Because I'm sure that is what the doctor said to eat, So... yeah. Her lips are a bad color for her, for sure. Yeah, Terra Mama. She's got pink undertones. That red has a serious orange undertone. She needs a nutritionist specialist, Fran. I agree. Yep. I agree. She can be handed a set list of what to eat and what not to eat, and her oppositional defiance disorder will cause her to buy everything on the do not eat list. Okay, we want Oreos. We need Cheez-Its. What else is on there? Oh, Alpha-Getty. Okay, Fluffernutter. We need marshmallow fluff, chocolate bars. True. That's true. She wants a chef to prepare her meals. That's why she wanted Nader, Danielle, Laura. Oh, yeah. And he really loves cooking for people. I mean, I still think that could work out. I do. I still think that could work out. Why not? They're clearly still into each other. He was talking about her last night. He was just talking about her. Like, they are still obsessed with each other. He loves to cook. He can cook healthy. He usually does. She needs to lose weight. It's a perfect, I don't know. I think it would be perfect. I do. Even with inpatient therapy, it wouldn't work because she doesn't want to work it. Exactly. Marwa. Yeah, I mean, she doesn't want it. She doesn't. I've seen people in her chat ask her about weight loss surgery, and she straight up said she doesn't want to do that. And now she's supposedly looking into it. Okay. It's like, guess she changed her mind again. All right. Yeah. I agree. They're made for each other. Yeah. Nader and Chantal in a new apartment. Can you imagine? Right, Alexis? I think it would be beautiful. It would be a beautiful union. And Dee Dee and her mother could just live together in peace by themselves. They've been through enough already. Yeah. Number 1 rule for Salah, she lies. Yeah, he needs to. Yeah, I'm sure he knows that by now, right? He knows now. She would need long-term inpatient, says too tired. Yeah, she needs to be given a food tray and say, this is what you can eat, nothing else. And she wouldn't be able to bribe anyone to bring her anything different. Yeah. Yep. She copied from ALR's notes. Nearly every year, she has a weight loss surgery arc. That's lame. That's very lame. I guess, they do make money, so I guess it's worth it for them. Yeah. When would we get a Nader translator online service? J3030, I can understand a lot of what he says. I can. If you search back in my videos on a live stream, I live streamed Nader because he put my channel name in his title, and I translated for the chat. Yeah. He had me blocked, but had me listed in the title. So I streamed him. So I sniped him. Yeah. And I didn't get a strike. You can't understand anything he says ever. Yeah. I know that I know the dialect and the accent, but I believe that he has like an Alexandrian type of accent. And I was living in the Cairo area. It's different. It is a little bit different. But I can understand most of what he says. You don't believe she'll ever get weight loss surgery if diabetes is not enough to eat right. Weight loss surgery will not be enough either, right, sweetie? I mean, it's like the sheer quantity. She can't even get the what to eat correctly. And then she would have to work on how much to eat. Like, that's way too much for her. Way too much. Way too much. Yeah, and he mumbles. Plus he mumbles, right. If healthcare is struggling as it is here in the UK, even more of a reason to do the best you can of taking care of your health until the appointment, right, Keziah? Right. Absolutely. Yeah, she has to do her part, and she doesn't seem to want to. Yeah. Yep. All right, so next up, no kilos of rice anymore. I know. Next up, I have, you might find it interesting, okay? This is an imam. His name is Suhaib Webb, and he was at the mosque where I was when I reverted to Islam. He's from Oklahoma. He's just a regular white guy from Oklahoma, and his father was a pastor, I think, of a Protestant church. So he came to Islam via hip hop because he loved rap. I did too as a kid. And there were a lot of Muslim things being said, Arabic things being said in American rap that are Muslim. They're Islamic. So that's how he got curious, and he looked into it, and he reverted years ago. And then he went to school in Egypt at Al-Azhar, which is a famous university for training imams. And he returned to the States. He's no longer at the mosque where that is close to me. And he kind of travels around a little bit. So I think he's in the D.C. area right now. But this was a few years ago. And he talks about, what is the title of this? The fiqh. Yeah, I'm going to have to translate a little bit. And whoever can speak Arabic in the chat, if you see anything that, that I miss, feel free. The fiqh is different for converts to Islam. And fiqh is the school, it's the school of law. If you think about hijab, what is hijab? Can she show her neck? Can she show her hands? Can she wear nail polish? You're not blocked, Amy. No. Fiqh is law. It's law, like Islamic law and the study. I was there for a couple of years, Linda. And so he's saying it's different for reverts. He's an American revert. I'm an American revert. Chantal's a Canadian revert, So, yeah, he just talks for a couple of minutes.
I had a woman who converted to Islam in California. She drove via Maulana 5 hours to me, and she said, Sheikh, I have become Muslim, and my father is the head of a religious cult. He is the spiritual father of this religious cult, and I am the heiress of the cult. I said, Subhanallah, Ajib, but I want to be Muslim because the cult is kufr. I was like, yo, this lady is something else, man.
No, he said the cult is basically they're non-believers, is what he's saying. Like they don't believe in God.
She didn't have on hijab. You know what I'm saying? She came in incognito. And she said, but there's a problem, Sheikh. If I announce my Islam, I may be physically harmed. Real talk. And I got to teach Sunday school. Because if I don't teach Sunday school, they're going to come after me and my daddy. She said, but alhamdulillah, I only teach Tawheed. Even in the Sunday school, I teach Tawheed. Thou shalt have no other gods before me.
Right, so Tawheed is the concept of one God, the oneness of Islam, the one God.
I'm doing like a hashi on that joint. I said, subhanallah. She said, I'm not going Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, Acts, letters to Romans, 1st and 2nd Corinthians. No. I'm sticking with Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy. I might touch on Malachi, but that's pushing the envelope. And those of us who came out of Sunday school, you remember VBS, Vacation Bible School. We memorized all that. So she said, Sheikh, what do I do? I said, keep doing what you're doing. She said, but how? Like, I'm Muslimah, and if I want to do Islam, but if I do it, I'll die. I was like, exactly, you're going to die. And we need you alive. She's like,
He was referring to what she said about the cult that her family belonged to, that they were non-believers. A cult. That's what she said. We believe in, we are one in one with Jews and with Christians, the Abrahamic religions, the one God, the concept of one God. And we absolutely respect other religions and everything. So they're talking about a cult, like where they're worshiping a person and,
like, but how do I pray? How do I said, go in the restroom, shut the door, cover the toilet, put a sajada down, and pray in the restroom, as the Malikis allow this. That's not a fatwa for the whole community, but that's allowing her to maintain her Islam. Another sister called me last year. Listen to what some people are struggling with in this country so you can appreciate what you have as I finish. She became Muslim, right? Her mother found out, immediately stormed her to the church. Evangelical, hardcore, man. Sat in front of the preacher, he went off, kept going at it. She didn't say anything. And then the mother said, if you're going to stay in this is a minor, single parent family. If you want to stay in our home and not be homeless, then you have to go to church every Sunday with me and don't be Muslim. She never responded about the don't be Muslim part. She just goes to church on Sunday. And it's interesting in Khalil, Ya Maulana, Imam Khalil talks about the convert to Islam was forced to go to the church. And this was written 700 years ago. It's a very beautiful thing. And he said, we don't declare him as a murtad because it's karaha. He's being forced. You know what she told me? I have to fast Ramadan, Imam. How can I do it? I said, wallahi, that's a tough one right there. Because she said, if I wake up and cook food, or after sunset and cook food, my mother is going to know I'm what? And
not
don't tell
fasting.
Me
She's going to know you're not fasting. So the whole point of this, what he's saying, is that it's different for reverts. This woman, she was teaching Sunday school classes for the Bible, and she was told that if you revert to Islam, you're going to be homeless. We're kicking you out. So what is she to do? So he says, keep going to Sunday school, keep teaching. And she told about her workaround. Well, I'm teaching them this and this and this. I'm not really getting into that so much. You got to do what you have to do when you're not in a majority Muslim country, because people are going to discriminate. They do, whether you want to believe that or not. They absolutely do. And you have to maintain your faith while not making yourself a target.
You know what she did the whole month of Ramadan? She broke her fast on protein shakes. The powder in your room you can put in a glass and put some water in there and you get like a meal replacement thing. And she did suhoor with protein shakes. And
suhoor is the very last meal at before sunrise during Ramadan, because you're about to fast for the whole day. So it's very important that you have what's called suhoor, which is right before sunrise, that you eat something so you're not hungry all day. Yeah, and anything that is in Arabic, there is no proper English spelling for it. There's no proper English spelling because it's a different alphabet entirely. So I write it one way, Marwa writes it another way. So just as long as whatever works for you phonetically. But I can tell you that I've seen what was written, and I see another creator writing it in a certain way and making a joke out of it. And I find that highly offensive. But, that's what they do.
She said, I have maintained my relationship with Allah, and even though I wasn't able to do certain things, my iman is the iman of Bilal, man. She didn't say I'm Bilal, but she said, I feel what Bilal said he went through.
And Bilal was a companion of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him.
I'm going through it. Now, if we would have not given her fatwa and just told her, you know what, forget it, you got to go buy some jilbabs, man, kick down the door, forget Sunday school, these crusaders, man, it's straight on like popcorn, and, go cook in the morning and tell them to become Muslim or they're going to hell. And that's what happened to me when I became Muslim. And it took me 8 years to fix the damage I did with my mother. 8 years to fix that damage. But here's where you can't, and these type of fatwa also shouldn't be published to the people. This is fatwa khas. But what I wanted to show you is how that might differ from Saudi Arabia, that might differ from Egypt, that might differ from Sudan, that might differ from Somalia, because we have to make sure that people are able to maintain their faith as long as they can and stay strong. And that's our role. So Siratul Mustaqim encompasses those uncompromising texts.
This is so powerful. Siratul Mustaqim means the straight path, walking a straight path, not going too far to the left or too far to the right, because then you become what could be considered an extremist or someone who's very, very lazy in their faith. Bella Wolf, we were talking about a very specific instance about a woman who went to Imam Webb and said, here's my situation. We're not talking about, we're not generalizing here at all. They're talking about a specific instance.
Aqidah?
I mean, my family is Catholic, and my mom said when I first wore hijab, she said I looked good in it. She said I looked better in it than with my regular hair. So it's very individual. We're not generalizing here.
And acts of ibadah? Then it has those texts that scholars have negotiated till now. And then it includes the intellectual output of scholars. And what that means, as I finish, is that yes, there can be an American Islam. I get hit, oh, what do you mean by American Islam? You're going to try to change? No, I'm not talking about changing those fixed texts. I'm not talking about, changing those texts that are different about according to some postmodern philosophy. But when it comes to doing what's best for people here to keep their faith and spread this faith, I got to make that call when I'm allowed to.
Yeah. Thank you, Imam Webb. So you can see why, when I first started going to the mosque where he was, he's very easy to understand. He's very relatable. He grew up in Oklahoma and his dad is a pastor of a church. So, he gets it. He totally gets it. Yeah. It's like having balance. Yeah. Keep your faith as best as you can, but don't, if you're going to face extra hardship, just for doing what you need to do, try to find a workaround. Yeah. You live in Oklahoma, Stephanie? Nice. Have you run into ALR yet? Absolutely, Angel of Vitality. I have a very ignorant family. It's really nice to hear real experienced Muslims tell me about their beliefs. Yeah, and that's all it takes. Just, knowing real people, because that's what cures ignorance. Just meet new people. If you don't have a lot of diversity in your area, you get online, you talk to different people from all different backgrounds, and then you expand your horizons a little better. So, yeah. It's very Christian there, Stephanie. Yeah. So you can see the environment that he grew up in. Yeah. You heard bits of Baltimore and Philly? Interesting. Yeah. Right now, I think he's in the D.C. area. Yeah. All right, everybody. That's going to do it for me. Thank you so much for joining me today. I appreciate it. And, okay. I'm coming. And just right on schedule. We got a pooch at the door. Your dad grew up in Oklahoma? Oh, nice, Sachivel. Nice. Thank you, Nisi. Thank you, everybody who joined as a member. We have more content coming for you. Be sure to check out the membership tab occasionally. There will be stuff there for you. You should also get notified. Harlow, I just answered that question. I don't know if you're a little behind in the chat. So, yeah. You guys too. Okay, I'll see you later. Okay, bye-bye.